What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. So I'm back from the gym. I showered up and I'm about to do my makeup because I am meeting up with my sister. This video I really just want to dedicate to, doing things that make me happy and really just romanticizing my life. But as we sit and do some makeup, I just had something to share on my heart, and I've really just been thinking about this for like a while now, and yeah, I hope that this will kind of like touch someone. So I really have been thinking about like self-love, self-care, and all of the things, and maybe that's just because I feel as if I'm in a new chapter in my life. It's been about a year since my divorce, and I'm really doing my best to care for myself and find who I am now in life. You know what I mean? And a lot of the times we make our self-worth dependent on where we are in life. And, myself included. And I really have just been thinking about it because we are worthy of good things regardless of where we are in life. I know one of the struggles for me is not feeling worthy enough or not feeling enough based on where I'm at. Like whether it's like I'm not, the certain size that I want to be, or I don't have the house that I have been praying for. And that couldn't be furthest from the truth. Like I'm worthy right now where I'm at, regardless of the things I have or don't have. And I just wanted to say that because I feel as if so many of us struggle with that. It's almost like we'll be happy or we'll be enough when this happens, or we'll be worthy and enough when we get to this point in our life. And self-love is a journey, and we have to start to love ourselves where we're at, instead of feeling as if we need to wait until we get or reach a certain point in our lives for us to have that. Of course, we want to continue to keep working on ourselves because that's a part of life. You know what I mean? And as you're growing and maturing and doing all of the things, there are going to be, new lessons that you learn and all of that stuff. But you need to also love yourself throughout the journey in the different seasons of your life. I think a lot of the times so many of us struggle with this is because we've seen our parents and grandparents give so much of themselves to the point where they put themselves last. And although I do appreciate the sacrifices, when it comes to kids, they are not the best listeners. Let's keep it real. They are not the best listeners, but they watch every single thing that we do. So if we're not taking care of ourselves and we're overextending ourselves and we're not showing up for ourselves, that is what our kids are taking in more than what we say. And with that, then I don't want to say the generational curse, but those bad limiting belief habits continue to get passed down. So as much as I am really just focusing on myself and loving myself where I am right now, especially after being divorced, especially with being a single mom and feeling as if I need to start all over again. That doesn't define who I am. Like, I'm still enough. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm still worthy of blessings. That doesn't define who I am. And this all really came about because I was watching a video, and this girl was saying how, like, if you're feeling stuck in life and you kind of just feel as if like you're in a rut of going through the same things and the motions, and a lot of the times we kind of like pray to God like, oh my God, like, when is it my time, or when am I going to get the blessings and the things that I have asked for? And she was saying, she's like, that's not even the right question to ask. Like, what is the lesson that I'm supposed to be learning in this season? Because that could be exactly why we are feeling stuck and in the same places. So I prayed, because that's exactly how I feel. I'm just like, oh, like, how long? Like, how long am I supposed to be in this season in life? And the first thing that came to me was self-love. And although that's something I'm working on, I feel as if I could be doing more. So I really need to just start romanticizing my life, being grateful for the things that I have right now. And also, as much as this is important to me and my journey in life, this is even more important for my daughter, because she's seeing her mom glow, you know what I mean? Or seeing me putting myself first and taking care of myself and not, you know, empty, you know what I mean? Because when we give so much of ourselves, sometimes, like, you know, you're depleted, you're tired, you're like, there's so many things. So that's why I say, like, during these weekends when I don't have her, like, I really just try and do the things that like bring me joy and recharge me and all of the things, so that I can be a better person to myself and also just a better mom to her, you know, as I'm growing and maturing, and just showing the love that I have for myself is automatically going to pass down to her, because she's going to see my actions and pay attention to my actions and not so much my words. Of course, I'm following it up with words too, and like letting her know, like, look, girl, like, you're enough. Like, it doesn't matter what you do. Like, I'm always going to be there, and I'm always going to love you, period. You don't have to do anything. Like, I just love you because you're you. You know what I'm saying? And really explain that part to her while I'm also working on me. And that really also starts with what we consume. You know what I mean? The things that we're listening to, the things that we're watching, the things that, you know, we're subconsciously bringing into our lives do have effect on how we feel about ourselves. Like, I definitely do find that I don't care so much about watching certain shows anymore as I used to. And just like, I don't know, I feel as if I'm evolving in that aspect, which is also a really good thing. But I'm also being mindful of the things that I am doing and trying to get myself out of these limiting beliefs and feeling as if not being good enough, or because that also leads to the lack of self-love. You know what I mean? And self-care and self-love are two different things. Yes, you could do things for yourself. You can go get your nails done. You can go get your hair done and all of the things. But like, that is external things. Self-love is an internal thing. And when you work on yourself from an internal standpoint, you're externally, you're just going to glow and provide and have like a sense of, you know, confidence about yourself. And I'm personally just not there. You know what I mean? I'm getting there. I'm doing the work and all of the things. But what I started doing is meditating. And most recently, I started listening to affirmations in the morning or at night, anytime I'm in a relaxed state, to remind myself and also to remind my subconscious self, because that's really where all of these limiting beliefs and the lack of self-love are there. Like, it's your subconscious, to remind myself of all of the good things that I am, so I'm where I'm supposed to be. We need to be grateful, but also know that we are where we are supposed to be at this point in time, because there's certain things that we need to learn at this particular time. And you're not going to get to that next level or that next season because you're not ready. And that's a reality that I'm really starting to realize. It's like, I want all of these things, But there are definitely places where I realize I'm like, no, I'm not ready for that. As much as I want it, I'm not ready for it. And I have to do the work so that I am prepared and ready for those blessings to come. Because the last thing you want is for those things to come and you're not ready for them. So I push myself to do things and to take the, I guess, harder route. Because a lot of the times, like, we go for the easy. It's easy to not work out, or it's easy to not wake up early and get the time that you need for yourself. It's easy to go to fast food and grab something because you're hungry. But easy is not going to get you nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, easy is not where it's at all the time. Like, putting in the work and taking the harder route is going to only get easier and create the healthy habits that you need. And the last thing that I want is to require things from other people that I'm not even giving to myself. Like, that makes no sense. You know what I mean? Like, we need to be giving these things to ourselves before we require those from others. You know what I'm saying? Like, make that make sense. Like, make that make sense. We want others to show up for ourselves. We want others to push us. We want others to be there and support us. But then we don't even support our own selves. Like, when was the last time you said, like, girl, you did a good job? I'm proud of you. When was the last time? Ooh, I think I spread it too. Literally, when was the last time you patted yourself on the back instead of looking like, oh, so-and-so didn't congratulate me, or so-and-so didn't hit me up and, you know, tell me I did a great job, or my boss didn't say, oh, girl, you did. Like, why can't you do that for yourself? That's the bare minimum. The bare minimum is for us to do and give all of those things to ourselves first. If you know that your love language is quality time, then spend quality time with yourself. Or if you know that your love language is acts of service, like, buy yourself those flowers. Take yourself out on a date. Why are we waiting for somebody else to give us something that we're not even giving to ourselves? So that when you do go out there, your standards is already higher, whether that's friendship, relationship, work, whatever it is. Like, you're not waiting for somebody else to tell you you're worthy because you've already been telling yourself that. That's what it is. You already been telling yourself all that, so you don't even need that external validation. And once you get that, like, pep in your step, no one can tell you anything. When a woman has an aura of confidence and self-love, like, you can't tell her anything. And that's where I want to be. I want to get to that level of, I'm just so confident in myself that I'm not requiring it from anybody else. So that is really just the journey that I'm on. How you feel about yourself matters more than what somebody else feels about you. And the only way you're going to get to that point is when you love yourself, regardless of where you're at in life, and also loving the bad things about yourself, like the things that you know that you need to work on, the things that you know, like, you know what I mean? Like, we always have good things, good qualities and bad qualities, but even just loving the bad qualities about yourself and knowing that those are the things that you need to work on. But there's a thing about loving yourself in the journey rather than waiting till you get to a certain point in life. I hope all of that makes sense. But, like, you're enough right now. You're enough right now where you're at, regardless of your surroundings, regardless of where you're at in life, regardless of the things that you have or do not have. You are good enough right now. And that is the thing that we need to understand. Those are the things that you need to absorb, myself included. I am speaking to myself right now. I'm truly speaking to myself right now. So I hope you guys enjoyed that little chit chat. We haven't had one in a minute. You guys always seem to love them. I know I love them because they're very therapeutic to me. And it kind of just, like, it hits at the point when you really are struggling or self-doubting yourself or all of the things, it's like, you know what, like, you're right. You know what I mean? This is the look for today. I think it's okay. I really just need to find some like really good like flats, mules. A lot of the ones that I had kind of just have fallen apart and all of the things. So hopefully we can find that today shopping, but just have an oversized button down, button up from Old Navy. Jeans are from Zara. And then these mules are from Shein. Having a clean space is always really important. I didn't end up making my bed today because I do want to wash the sheets and tidy up a bit in the living room, the dining area, and also the kitchen. For me personally, I operate a lot better when I have a clean and clutter-free space. Now, of course, just, you know, day-to-day life and also having a child, my home is not clean all the time. However, just tidying up and doing all the things just personally makes me feel better. So that's basically what we are going to do.
You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. You always thought that you were weak, but babe, you're wrong. Yeah, you better step into the light, just give it a try. Think that it's time you let that spark out. You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. And who cares if you might mess it up? You're stronger than the others think. And who cares if you might mess it up? Go cause you're a work of art. You should know that you are perfect with those flaws. Yeah, you better step into the light, just give it a try. Know that it's time you let that spark out. You've been hiding in the shadows way too long.
So one of the things that can be a struggle, at least for me, when it comes to focusing on myself, caring for myself, self-love, doing all of the things that you know is going to only help you grow as an individual, become your better self, is to do things when you really don't feel like doing them, especially in the beginning. You're trying to create new habits and new routines, and your subconscious and just your body in general is going to be used to doing all of the lazy girl stuff. You know what I mean? But we're exiting our lazy girl era. And that means forcing yourself to kind of do the things that you know you need to do, even when you don't want to. Now, there is definitely a fine line between knowing when you need to rest and knowing when you're just simply being lazy. You know what I'm saying? So right now, I absolutely have no desire to go to the gym. Absolutely none. I am exhausted. I just want to crawl into bed and just relax. But it's such a beautiful day out today that I think what I'm going to do is to get out, get some sunlight, go for a nice long walk, get my 10K steps in. I'm already halfway, a little bit over halfway there. And I know that this walk that I like to do is probably about an hour, maybe an hour and a half, depending on how quick or slow I go. And it's just always going to make me feel better afterwards. Getting fresh air, getting some sunlight, listening to a good podcast or some music that is just going to put you in a better mood. And I know that that's something that my body needs. This is not like me needing to rest. This is just me being lazy and falling back into the things that I shouldn't be doing, like falling back into those like unhealthy habits. And when it comes to like, let's say like weight loss or anything like that, I'm definitely more on the verge of just moving your body. Like I was an athlete growing up, so I did softball and I played, you know, like on the travel league. So I was probably playing 3 seasons out of 4. I played soccer and I was always moving. Like we're talking about like sometimes 2-3 games in one day and just probably burning a crazy, insane amount of calories. And now that I'm older, I almost have that mindset that I have to be like overexerting myself, overexerting my body, lifting crazy weights or doing HIIT workouts. And I am just starting to get to the point where it's like, I don't have to do that. Like all I literally have to do is just move my body, get my steps in, and, you know, just take care of myself, and also just pay more attention about the foods that I'm putting into my body, because really a lot of the times like weight loss and being healthier is really more about your food rather than moving your body. So I am going to get dressed, go for a walk. I'm not quite sure if I want to listen to a podcast or not. Like some of the podcasts that I've been following just haven't really been hitting like that lately. So I might just listen to some music and just boost my mood. And I think that's really just all I need, because a lot of the times I find that when I'm like lazy, it's really just because I need to get outside. You know what I mean? It's just simply that. But I encourage you to do the thing that you know that your future self is going to thank you for, rather than fall victim, well, not victim, but fall into the unhealthy habits and routines that you currently have in place that are going to keep you stuck where you're at. Do the things that, what does your ideal person look like? What is the ideal life for you look like? Where are you striving to go? What are you striving to be like? And how does that person move? Like, how does that person eat? How does that person, you know, what time do they get up? Like, you have to pretend to be that girl before you are that girl. Here's the look. I just threw on an oversized kind of like sweatshirt, Amazon leggings, my Nike sneakers. Because this doesn't have any pockets or anything like that, I just have my crossbody bag that I got from Shein like years ago. And I'm just going to probably listen to some music, a podcast, something to get through the walk. But it's going to be nice to get some fresh air. Had a good walk, and now I am absolutely starving. I basically more than doubled the amount of steps that I got in, which was really good. So I already have some spaghetti on the pot boiling. I picked this Ken's cilantro lime chicken up from Target a couple days ago, This is so good and easy, quick. Looking for something that's just high in protein, 20 grams of protein for 5 ounces. And then I'm going to put that on top of the spaghetti and then also pair it with some vegetables for like fiber and greens and all of the things. But I'm just looking for something quick and easy, and this is always a good go-to.
Under the lights, you look so amazing. It's the moonlight that makes me wonder why we separated. Or am I faded? You shine so bright, it's an understatement. Single is overrated. If you get too close, my baby, might let you take me back. Take me back, baby. Take me back, baby, baby, baby. Take me back, baby. Hindsight, take me back, baby. It's 2020. You've been so patient. Oh, I kept you waiting.
Today was a little bit of a long day. A little bit stressed. I'm starting to feel a little bit overwhelmed. Just trying to balance work. This week is actually spring break. We went on a couple of like day trips the previous days, but today was the first day I was like actually working and managing caring for a toddler. So if you guys already know, you know that today has been a day to say the least. So to kind of get myself up out of this little bit of rut, to kind of replenish and pour back into my cup, I've been wanting to do my nails and give myself like a little bit of an at-home Russian manicure. I used to get gel at the nail salon, and this is my thing. I have two reasons as to kind of why I don't really go to actually get my nails done, but let me just show you guys what I got really quick. So I ended up picking up this Sally Hansen No More Cuticle, and we're just gonna do our nails. And then I have like this, I already have this at home, like one of those like cuticle things. But anyways, back to all of that. So I don't go and get my nails done at the salons. One, I like the idea of going to get your nails done. However, I don't like the maintenance and the upkeep. I don't want to have to keep going back every 2 to 3 weeks and sit there and do all of the things. Like I feel as if my time could be spent doing other stuff. And recently it's happened about 2 times now, so I don't really want to continue to keep going back again. But I have gotten gel, and I've also even gotten, I feel like, just regular tips. I don't know if maybe I have developed some type of like allergic reaction to what they're using. I've been to the salon multiple times before, so it's not like I tried a new salon and it's like new stuff, but maybe they did switch up their stuff. I don't really know. But like underneath my nail, I don't know what was getting into it, but it was like almost causing these like kind of like pus bubbles or something like that. It's like, it was the grossest thing. So we're going to be doing at home manicures today. And I'm like a picker. I pick at my cuticles. I pick at my like, you know, skin and all of the stuff. I bite my nails, and that is not a trait that I like. I'm trying to get out of it. So I'm hoping that if I do my own nails at home and keep those up, I won't be doing that. Also, I have like an at-home like gel manicure set thing. I use it with Riley too. So we're just going to try and do it ourselves. But I do want to get rid of the cuticles. And I was watching this girl's video, and she said to get the Sally Hansen Instant Cuticle Remover. This is supposed to like make your nails like top tier. So let's see the before. They're not terrible, but they're not the best. And let's see what it looks like after.
If only I had listened been for a while. I would have told you I miss your smile. I thought of you as a friend who can't let go. But when you left, I could feel it grow. Like a body of water, sleeping through the edges of my soul. And getting harder, it was never under my control. You know.
We use the cuticle remover. I washed them. You guys already saw me clip my nails. Now, I have literally so many different nail colors. This is just one bin. And here is the other. I will link the set that I had originally gotten years ago. It came with like a set of nail polishes, the base and top coat, and then I believe it also was bundled in with the UV ray thing, but if not, I will have everything linked below for you guys. I just like the fact of just being able to like sit in the comfort of your own home and do your nails. Originally, I was thinking about putting on some press-on nails, but then I know that that can kind of just ruin your nails as well. So we're just going to do our nails. So I'm going to take the time to file everything and then pick out my color. Also, here is a tip to get them to stay. You have to actually file your actual nail. Go in with some nail polish remover and wipe that down, clean your nails of all the oils, and then put it on. It will like have your gel nail polish lasting about like maybe 2 to 3 weeks ish, rather than like a couple days, because the oils will just have the stuff peeling off. Also, you do want to make sure you have a couple hours without like washing your hands or anything like that. So make sure you're going to the bathroom, take your shower. Like, don't do this right before you're about to get into the shower, because that will just defeat the whole purpose. But these are little tips and tricks I have learned along the way. So I think I'm gonna go with this color. It's more of like a pinkish red, but more like pink. I'm gonna go with that, and let's get started. This is the thing. A lot of people feel like self-care and all of that stuff has to be expensive. Literally, if you are not quite sure what it is that's going to help you get up out of a funk, make a list of things that just bring you joy. You know, whether that's small things, big things, you know, things that don't cost any money. It could literally be anything, because a lot of the times you just need like a little bit of a boost, whether it's like doing your nails, listening to your favorite music or song, going for a ride, getting some fresh air and some sun, going for a walk. Like anything that's going to boost your mood, put it on the list. So for those moments when you do want a pick-me-up and maybe you don't mind spending a little bit of money, then go get your pedicure, your manicure, or whatever it is. Go buy yourself flowers or whatever it is, your favorite meal. But a lot of the times you can also do the same thing without spending a dime. Like maybe you enjoy cooking, so make yourself something nice and just spend that quality time with yourself. Or, you know, if skincare is really important to you and that kind of like boosts your mood, or reading a book, like anything to kind of stop that negative thinking or stuff that continues to keep spiraling out of control. Because we all know that when we have those bad days, a lot of the times it's one thing happens and then another thing happens, and then you just assume that something else is going to go wrong. You know what I mean? And that's also us manifesting that, like looking for the next thing to go wrong. So you just need something that's going to stop you in your tracks and lift you up a little bit. You know what I mean? Put you in a good mood. So now all of a sudden you're just starting fresh a little bit. So for me, that's why I figured, I'm like, I've been wanting to do my nails for a little bit of time. And with it being spring break, we actually went to an indoor water park the other day. So I knew that was not the time to do my nails, you know, prior to going to the water park, because we were going to be in the water for hours upon hours. So not saying this was the perfect day, but you know, it can be stressful working, being a caregiver, trying to somewhat keep your house clean, all of the things all at once, and then just being out and trying to catch up on work and also make her feel as if she's a priority, because she is. The reason I do all this stuff is for her, you know, so we can have a great life. But that doesn't also take away from my experience though either, and needing that break and needing to fill my cup up, because if I don't fill up my cup, then I'm operating on empty, and that's never a great place to be across the board, regardless of what you're doing, whether, you know, it's work or dealing with family or your kids or anything like that. Like, I have been there where I have been operating on an empty cup and it doesn't help anybody. You know what I mean? So me taking the time while she's out with her dad, pouring back into myself, because tomorrow we got to do the same thing all over again. You know what I mean? Tomorrow we have to do the same thing. So this is just my little way of doing all of that. So yeah, I just kind of wanted to like reiterate this stuff, because I have lost myself with not doing these things. And I remember years ago when I, you know, had to kind of like start all over in regards to like with like therapy and all that stuff. Like my therapist, she's such a gem. And she basically was just like, make a list of the, and if like, because if you're not sure where to start, because that's what I was, I'm like, I don't know what makes me happy. I could not even tell you a thing, you know. So I get it. It is hard in the beginning, but she's like, just make a list of the things that you used to do that you used to enjoy. You know what I mean? Start there. Try those things out. Do they still make you happy? Do you still enjoy them? If no, okay, then also make a list of things that maybe you want to try. Like maybe you like watching movies or going to the movies. Go do that. Maybe you like trying new foods, and like you're a big foodie type of person. Then go do that. You know, maybe make a list of like restaurants in the area that's close to you and go try out new foods. Maybe you like having a nice little drink or something like that. Make yourself a drink at home, whether it's a mocktail or a cocktail, or go try new drinks. Like it's endless, because this list And doing these things are going to be specific to you and what you like. And that's really all it is. So no, do I like going to sit in a chair and go get my nails done? No. But do I like having my nails done? Yes. So we're going to do them at home. And, you know, sometimes it just kind of gives you, you're so busy focused on what you're doing, you forget about like what type of day you had. And in the end, you have cute nails to show for it. You know what I mean? Or you have a meal to show for it, or whatever it is. So don't feel as if you always have to spend money. I know on social media, everyone's like, oh, let's go here or do this or buy this. And you don't have to do all that. You could literally just find something in your house that sparks joy and will, you know, boost your mood, or go outside and go for a walk, go to the gym, do the things. Like, make your list. So on the days that you had a rough day or anything like that and you need a little bit of a pick-me-up, pull that list out and pick something off the list. That's really all it is. Just pick something off the list. It's our jobs to control or to manage our feelings. That's nobody else's responsibility but our own. All feelings are valid, but do you want to sit in that space where like you've been having a bad day or you're upset about something? Do you want to sit in that space? If you do, don't even take any of my advice. But if you don't, these are things that are going to just help you get out of that rut. So we are almost finished. This is what the color looks like. See, it kind of has that like reddish pink type of color to it. I have like very dry cuticles. So I have this cuticle pen that I purchased from Amazon. It's like perfect to just go into your purse and you literally just like paint it on. All right, so we got that going. Just rub it in a little bit. And then the last step is really just to put some lotion on, and voila, our Russian manicure. You see how it looks really, really good. I feel as if it looks like if I got it done at a salon, but we did not. This was free. But yeah, you know, there's nothing like a woman with freshly done nails, hair, all of the things. So I will have everything linked below for you guys. If you are interested, want to save a few coins instead of going back to the nail salon all the time. But this kind of just helped me unwind. I got to watch my show a little bit, you know, and just relax for a little while as I just pampered myself. And sometimes that's honestly all you need. So throughout the day, I also like to drink a lot of water, and I actually have a couple of oranges and some lemons that are gonna go bad, and rather than throw them out, we are actually going to make kind of like some spring water, and I'm gonna show you guys how easy it is that you can use these things, oranges, any types of fruits, like however you like your water. You can use strawberries, raspberries, blueberries, like whatever it is that you like. You can use this stuff before it actually goes bad, and this way you don't feel bad about spending the money and not actually using it, throwing it out, and all of the things. So let me go get the lemons. There's not too many that are gonna go bad because I have had them in the refrigerator, but I'm gonna show you guys what to do. All right, you're gonna get yourself a cooking sheet, parchment paper, and any fruits that you have that are about to go bad. Okay, line the cookie sheet up, and we're going to wash all of the fruits. Like you see how this one is going bad? Naturally, you just want to throw it out. So we got them all washed. Just gonna pat them dry a little bit. And literally all you're going to do, cut off any of the bad, you know, ends. Throw those out. And you're just going to cut small slices of all your fruits. Alright, so once you have them all in slices, you're just going to line the cookie sheet. I'm hoping I can just fit everything onto one cooking sheet and not have to do two. So we got everything to fit, and the only thing you need to do is to pop this in the freezer. I have a feeling probably for a couple hours or at least overnight. That's what I'm going to do. If you really want to and you're a little bit picky, I might do this. Take out all the seeds so you don't have to worry about those going into your water, but you basically just freeze these. Once they're all frozen, take them off of the tray, put them in a baggie, and literally just pop them into your water bottle. It's literally that simple. So this way you can have your like nice spring fresh water. You don't have to worry about your citruses or your fruits going bad. And it's just a nice way to kind of like just freshen up your water. Like, you know, water can be a little bit boring, but now you're just going to add some nice like fresh fruit to it.
Traveling